So we are Akular. Hi, sorry for the delayed start. What I wanted to show is our platform that we created for the past 3 years, and is specifically for the conversion of 3D models into augmented reality. We got multiple awards where we've been recognized by Build Worlds, for instance, as an infrastructure tech, and we've become an integrated part of Autodesk. Autodesk Bim360, where we have the ability to actually create. You have the ability to create your own card within Bim360, where you can upload your 3D models. The way it works, you upload 3D models into our cloud, and you are able to go and check it out in your app. The cool thing about this is that you have bespoke applications that we can create for your projects. So let's say you have your Bim360, you have multiple projects. What you do is you can actually just connect your existing apps or your apps that we create for you, and then you manage all your models from Bim360 in our portal. And then you can have either your internal teams, or you can have your clients or any investors or other stakeholders be able to go and check it out. So this is pretty much how it looks like. Just wait until the slide loads. Basically, we have the ability to put any large 3D models geo-located, anchored on the site, so that you can walk through it. We've done a lot of really cool projects. I think the main benefits of this and of this approach is that instead of just renderings, you are able to walk through and to actually go and check and have your clients on their location, when you pin it on the map, be able to go and check it as it will be, exactly as it will be. You can play with the light conditions. You can convert endless amounts of updates, which is great for the build phase and the design phase, for value engineering, and of course for sales and marketing when your project is almost ready. So you can do also all kinds of analytics, which you don't have with the renderings, because here you can see who is looking at which part of the building. What I want to show you here is a few examples of some really great projects we did. I think the biggest, and at that time was the most sophisticated AR visualization in the world, was the Crystal City, the headquarters of Amazon. And basically, when you look at this, it's a large 30 meters of a marketing center where they are walking on this map, and as they are walking, they can see the actual buildings in a kind of King Kong mode, which is really cool. So they call investors and they have investors and clients coming in, also internal teams checking who is how is the office structure, what is the view from the office going to be. I wish I could play this video, but it doesn't seem to be possible through his interface. Let me try. I stopped sharing now. I don't know how. Okay, let me try again. Doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to work. Let me try again. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna play the video now. I think I managed. So this is how you basically walk through. This is one of the Amazon employees working with us that is walking through the virtual representation of the Crystal City. It's right next to the Pentagon building. So as I said at that time, this was the most sophisticated visualization, but we not only do sophisticated visualizations, we are priding ourselves in doing this quickly. We are able to convert, as I mentioned, updates, and we are able to do a lot of quick visualizations, quick turnarounds, which is really cool for your build phase. So and when I say quick, I mean within 24 hours. So we have cases where somebody travels to a meeting in Brazil, for instance. One architecture team actually did that. They flew from New York to Brazil, and they uploaded the latest updates while they were on the plane. As they landed, it was in their phones, in their AR, and they geo-located. So they basically just came to the site, and they were able to view the building. Another example would be, an office building. This is in Poland, where this is a really cool presentation for a customer that, uses a combination of rendering out of the 3D model with the actual augmented reality. So you're walking around and you can see the cars passing by, but you also use the rendering of the 3D model. And you can also configure the office. This is one of the main things for offices these days. You need to be able to configure, otherwise you are not, it doesn't look like you are tailoring the presentation to your customer. And now you obviously have to fight for every few hundred meters. So tailoring to your customer is very important, is what we hear from our clients. Another use of this technology was at the World Trade Center, where we were able to, as they started reopening, we're able to show where are the zones for delivery, where are the safe zones, where do you need to wear masks, et cetera, to comply with the regulations of the city of New York. So here's just an example of that. It can be animated. It can be, really to the details that you actually need it to be. Yeah. So another one is a residential presentation where we're actually, this is me holding the tablet. But we're at this public presentation. So this is a mixture of actually sending someone and seeing it at their own time versus actually bringing people in. This was this summer where they were able to gather, but there's nothing there yet. So the developer hosted a little picnic, but then we were handing out tablets and people could walk around and do what exactly what you see in this video. And that's basically just checking out how big it's going to be. We had the corner markers for the construction, but then you were able to see all the details, actually even walk inside. And again, you can configure how the terrace is going to look. You can configure the furniture and all that stuff, which is really cool. Overlaying of 2D models over the reality is also interesting. And also MEP, right? So looking at the construction, looking at the actual conflicts or potential conflicts when you are trying to fit in, let's say, an energy module in this case, to an already existing construction as an upgrade. Right, so that's another use at the construction site. And this is our favorite. We're working with a lot of modular companies. One of the companies from this summer is actually Full Stack Modular, where we've been able to show a sequence of how, and this is the first high-rise building in New York made out of these container units. You can see it on the picture on your right side, and so everything basically clicks together, and that shows you in a sequence how, in a 4D kind of sequence, how you can or how you should assemble it when you are on site. We also have a little configurator which lets them basically show how big that building is going to be, and that building is going to basically assemble itself in front of you on the actual location. So we had very good feedback. Another one is windows, basically measuring and selling windows remotely is a thing that came out as a really interesting. We had a number of customers that were asking for this, including Pella, which is a large U.S. Window company. So you are able to put your measure and put your window. You can see the measures here, which are in real time, so you can change it as well a little bit. You can change between different modules and a different products, and you can basically just use the example, including the material, example of a window or a door. So door in this case. And one of the last things I want to show you is about Viessmann. So Viessmann is a large German boiler and heating and cooling manufacturer, one of the biggest in the world, very advanced. And with Viessmann, we've been able to create basically a whole catalog of their portfolio, which is in AR. So these days, you can basically, if you're considering the Viessmann product, you can check it out on site, and you can create configuration of all of your equipment that you are installing in your cellar or wherever you are going to install it. So this is quite a unique set of features, and we're currently negotiating with a number of other large corporations to set up these kind of catalogs where you can actually save the scene, and also for purposes of installation and maintenance, you can decompose and go into really cool details of the particular equipment, which obviously increases the longevity of the equipment. Imagine you have old equipment which is getting out of production, or is already out of production, but you still keep it so that you can train the service personnel. Well, now you can do it digitally, and also obviously you have difficulties to bringing that personnel in. Because you don't want to organize these trainings with 50 or 100 installers of boilers, you want to bring in as little as possible, right? So this is definitely helping. So, I wanted to show you and share with you some of the stuff that we've been doing. And I wanted to hear your questions most importantly, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. I hope if you have any questions, I'll hear them, but we haven't had much luck to hear anything. So, but please shoot if you have any questions. I'd love to hear any feedback from you.